Hello, I'm Christina from The Turned Leg. I love to salvage, repurpose, and create and help others to do the same. I also love to go junkin'. In fact, I kind of have a junkin' bucket list of things I'm always looking for, but my most recent find I had never expected to find as a curbside treasure. Curbside treasure means that it's actually out for the trash, but it's a nicer way to say it. And most recently, I found a Hoosier curbside. So for this video, I'm going to show you how I transform the Hoosier with Sweet Pickins Milk Paint to make it a little bit more special and bring it back to life. Dreams really do come true. Finding this Hoosier cabinet was absolutely amazing and unexpected. It was missing the top, and it was missing one of the drawers, but things like the grain bin were all still there. So I think I can make this work. The first step was to clean it because, as with most things found curbside, it was filthy. I used a little Dawn dish soap and water and a good scrub brush. It was clean, but it was definitely in need of some paint. I also had to remove this contact paper. Are you enjoying this video? If so, take a second to click the like button and subscribe to my channel. Also, click the bell for notifications every time I upload a new video. It really helps me to continue to grow my channel to help others to salvage, repurpose, and create. Time to sand. I was using my DeWalt orbital sander and 220 grit sandpaper. For a list of all of the items that I use, you can check the description box below. When you're working with milk paint, it's important to have a good clean surface. After sanding, I used my favorite product called Awesome to spray down the whole piece and then wipe it clean to get off all of the dust and debris. Awesome can be found at your local dollar store. If you remember, when I found the Hoosier, it was missing its enamel top. I happened to have an enamel top table in my garage, and it appeared as if the top might fit. So before I got into painting, I wanted to test things out. To take apart my enamel top table, I first removed the legs and then unscrewed the piece. The enamel was held on with boards through the center, which were really easy to remove. And then I was left with my enamel top from my table, which I set on the Hoosier. First problem I noticed was this huge gap. It also was a little small. Usually the enamel tops hang over just a little bit and have a lip in the front. Here's another Hoosier base in my shop. See what I mean about the overhang? I wasn't sure if this was going to work, but I decided I was going to get painting anyways and figure it out later. For this project, I am using Sweet Pickins Milk Paint. Milk paint is a powdered base paint that you add water to get the consistency you want. For more information on how to paint with Sweet Pickins Milk Paint, you can click on the link to the video above. My daughter chose the color for the Hoosier. We were using a brand new color that I've never used before called Sunflower. To purchase any of the products that I'm using in this video, you can shop my online store at shoptheturnedleg.com, or if you're local, you can shop my booth at Plaza Antiques and Collectibles Mall in Lincoln Park, Michigan. I mixed up the milk paint with 1 part water to 1 part milk paint and used an immersion blender. I also used hot water and I began to paint. Milk paint can be a little unpredictable, and that's why we love it. Another thing I love about milk paint is that you can get some awesome chippiness. This piece was painted before, so I wasn't sure how much chippiness I was going to get. If you are painting a slick surface, you may want to add a little extra bond into your paint so all of your paint does not chip off. Usually, when you're painting with milk paint, 2 coats is all you will need. If you do put extra bond into your paint, make sure your second coat has no extra bond. Once again, with this piece, no extra bond, so let's see what happens. Time for the second coat. Once the second coat dried, I was so pleased to see this. Chippiness has occurred, and I love that it's random all over the piece. This is why we love milk paint. Before you seal, you have to get all the chippy paint off. Time for my 220 grit sandpaper and my DeWalt orbital sander. While sanding, you can also distress the edges just a little bit more too to reveal the color underneath. I was shocked to see blue also. Obviously under the white there had been some blue, and I loved seeing all of the layers of colors on this piece. After sanding, you have to make sure you get all of the sanding, dust, and loose paint off. Time to seal the milk paint. For this project, I am choosing to use a dark oil wax from Sweet Pickins Milk Paint. Oil wax is a one and done application. You want to just pour it into a container after shaking it well and brush it on. You want to then let the oil wax set for about 15 to 20 minutes to soak in and wipe it back. When working with oil wax, you want to have easy cleanup, so I always use items I can just throw away. I am using a chip brush, which is just an inexpensive brush, a disposable cup, and shop rags. Usually you need 2 coats of oil wax. To apply your second coat, you do it just like the first, but wait 12 hours before application. Added shine, you can buff your oil wax when it's dry. Remember that enamel tabletop that I was trying to retrofit and that horrible gap? Well, I solved the gap. All I had to do was add the boards back in and remove a few sideboards on the Hoosier to make things fit nice and neat. The Hoosier is painted and sealed with dark oil wax, but it's not quite complete as I had hoped for this video. Sometimes you just have to do the best that you can. And I think right now what I might do is put the top of the Hoosier for sale in my booth at Plaza Antiques and Collectibles Mall while I'm working out the details of the base and the missing drawer. If you have ideas for what I should do so that I can bring the whole Hoosier together, please comment down below, because sometimes when you're salvaging, repurposing, and creating, the work is a little bit more than what you had planned. Let's take a look at how the Hoosier turned out. though this project wasn't complete, I hope it's inspired you to get out there to salvage, repurpose, and create.